Anyways, welcome to a series in which I give a very not serious buffs to the perks of Decaying Winter. Today we're covering the Immolator. You ready? Let's go! Typically, I would start with it not making sense that the Immolator can't set people on fire with the bullets and melees when the Immolator is on fire, but yeah. And you're telling me I have to actually be creative and think? Fire is warm. Wait, no. Fire is hot. Wait. No. Fire is overwhelmingly powerful! I mean, come on, we use fire to forge weapons, melt metal ores that would otherwise be impossible for humans to mold, and to help mysterious figures and gas masks stay in Pyroland. So, let's make fire even more powerful. Immolator saw the Zealot put down the shield and was like, nah, that's weak, let me show you how to actually do it. And has increased the temperature of the flamethrower, called Chaos, so high that it can melt incoming bullets, and by bullets I mean bullets of all calibers, from small arms fire to the heavy sniper rifles wielded by the scavs in Fort. However, doing this will cause a higher strain on Chaos. Let's say every incoming bullet is 1.5% of the overall ability charge, and we all know that it can overheat, so make sure not to blow up when using Chaos, because that would just be embarrassing to all the agents, especially those who have died. For you. The Immolator can designate a 50-50 charge to another ability if they want. This ability is a gasoline pack that the Immolator can use to make traps which they can activate by setting on fire. I've definitely done the math to make this balanced, so let's say every second of pouring gasoline is 5% of your charge, so you'll get 10 seconds of gasoline pouring. And if you're wondering what happens if you don't spread the gasoline and make it concentrated in a small spot, then the fire will burn for longer, hit harder, and give the enemy nausea from smelling the chemicals. Here's an example of how the ability would be used. A player can leave a line of gasoline at the front entrance in front of red container, trail it to behind red container, and light it at a safe distance. But like I mentioned earlier, you'll literally only have half of your offensive potential before you risk Chaos blowing up on you. If you give up the melee capabilities of Chaos, you can learn under one of 4 nations, and lucky for you, this one specializes in fire, and you'll be able to learn mid to long range fire techniques, as in 10 to 50 feet away, because balance is definitely something I consider when making these videos. And if you're really lucky, you'll find a man of wisdom who can teach you to redirect bullets back at enemies, except they'll be bigger, deal more damage, and will set anything along their path on fire. To be fair, it's not as cool as redirecting lightning, but it's not like anyone in those 4 nations can do that. Especially not the man that you're learning from to redirect bullets. Nope. Tie me for the combo, why me? The Immolator can overcharge Chaos if a Lazarus shoots them with their ability, but only when the Immolator's charge is over 50%. Doing it too early will result in the Immolator blowing up and those around them in a 5-foot radius. Chaos being immune to exploding means the Immolator can continue to rack up the passive effects of increased melee damage while on fire, and spray flames like a pyromaniac, which they kind of are, so let's just give them this. I don't want to really deal with pyromaniac right now. It's not included in my insurance. The Immolator can give up weapons in general and dual wield flamethrowers. Doing so, it gives the Immolator 500% more ability charge, badass lookingness, and gives them more time to do damage and take damage before Chaos has a chance of blowing up. But dual wielding flamethrowers doesn't mean the Immolator can only light people on fire. In fact, they can still get the melee damage buff from being on fire and can whack people with the flamethrowers if they get close enough. Also, the flamethrower range is doubled, so it can be worth it to give up plebeian weapons like bows, guns, and metal swords. Anyways, these are just some ideas of mine. I've definitely done the math to make sure they're all balanced. I've definitely put them in the game because I'm definitely the guy who made this game. And I hope you guys enjoyed, and have a great rest of your day, and or night, and or morning, and or evening, and or midnight. Bye-bye.
Hey, subscribe. You don't have to, but you should.
Hey.
Yeah. Ah!